Hi everyone, Ranger Liz again. Today I want to share with you guys some information about some flowering trees that are currently in bloom here in our park right now. These put on a beautiful show in early spring, and I'm just excited to be able to share these with you. Let's take a look. The first tree I have to share with you is the flowering dogwood, which is Cornus Florida. This is a beautiful tree that starts blooming around April, going on maybe into May, depending on your area. And it has these beautiful white flowers here. After this tree blooms, it will form red berries that, although they're inedible for people, birds love them. So this is a really important plant to support our native ecosystem. Dogwoods are a really popular landscaping plant too. You see these things everywhere, which is wonderful because, as I said, they support both our native pollinators as well as birds whenever the berries come in. These trees are small. They only grow about 15 to 30 feet, but they're a wonderful addition to a home landscape, and you can find them throughout our forests. This specimen behind me is Carolina silverbell, or Halesia carolina. It is a small understory tree, usually about 30 to 40 feet tall. You can find it all throughout southeastern forests, and it is an absolutely beautiful specimen in the spring with these delicate white bell-like flowers. These flowers have been visited all day by pollinators like tiger swallowtail, zebra swallowtail, and many different types of bees. So this is a great tree that can help support our native pollinators, and it makes a wonderful addition to your home landscape as well. In the fall, these beautiful flowers will form papery like winged seeds. This particular one has a lot of stems coming up because it actually grew back from a tree stump. So a normal formation for this tree would be a central trunk, and it forms a wonderful little small tree. So I was on my way to check out a serviceberry when I actually came across this great little gem here. This is Calycanthus floridus, also known as Carolina allspice or sweet shrub. It has these wonderful little burgundy flowers that have such a distinctive shape and smell. Let's take a closer look. These flowers are so distinct and they have such a unique smell. I wish you guys could smell it through the computer screen, but it has kind of a sweet, fruity smell. So it can be popular to be planted next to doorways and other areas where people might enjoy that smell. This white flowering tree behind me is Amelanchier arborea, also known as serviceberry or sarvisberry. It has kind of a cool story behind its name. They say that it gets the name sarvisberry because whenever the blooms appear in spring, that means that the muddy back roads and the coves and hollers of Appalachia will soon be possible for the circuit riding preachers to visit communities again and have their services. So that's a story about where this name came from. The eastern redbud is a tree that is a favorite both in the wild as well as in your landscape at home. It forms a really beautiful spreading crown. It only gets to about 20 to 30 feet tall, and as you can see, it puts on quite the display in early springtime. In fact, the redbud put on such a beautiful show that even George Washington remarked upon it in his diaries many times and spent a lot of time collecting seedlings from the forest to bring to his own home. After these flowers have been pollinated, they will form 2 to 3 inch long pods that will hang from these branches and persist on through winter, providing valuable food for wildlife such as chickadees. Upstate South Carolina has so many different beautiful species of flowering trees. I hope you've enjoyed learning about them with me.